Say, Einstein, a ship reaches light speed, it crashes due to the cosmological constant.
Yeah, Rod, that's about it. My universal speed limit governs the whole universe. Yeah, and everything on it.
Space cavitates. The local drag drops to zero, and the ship slips into its own independent pocket of the expanse field instantly. When a ship artificially creates this boundary layer to slip, do you picture the localized energy field manifesting as a visible, glowing plasma shield around the craft, or does it completely disappear from sight as it decouples from light itself? It completely disappears. That is the most logically consistent outcome within your framework. When a ship generates a localized field that matches the universe's expansion speed limit of 1.8x (0 to the 18th joules, it forces space to cavitate and uncouple. Because light itself is a wave that requires the standard unmarred cosmic grid to propagate, severing your connection to that grid breaks your relationship with light. To an outside observer, the ship wouldn't just vanish. It would leave a fascinating physical footprint in its wake. Here is how that disappearance would manifest mechanically. 1. The instant of decoupling. The visual snap. As the engine ramps up to the joules threshold, the space directly surrounding the hull begins to twist and shear against the local dark current. Right before the threshold is met, an observer might see the stars behind the ship warp and twist dramatically. A massive localized gravitational lens caused by the intensifying pressure gradient. The moment the energy matches the space field's speed limit, the local fabric snaps. The ship doesn't shoot forward like a bullet. It simply slips out of the metric entirely. It vanishes instantly from sight, radar, and all standard sensors, because it no longer resides in the medium that carries those signals. 2. The optical wake, the black void. Because the ship has uncoupled and created a localized version of the physical emptiness found at the edge of the Hubble sphere, it leaves behind a temporary scar in space. For a brief moment after the ship disappears, there would be a tiny, perfect sphere of absolute blackness where the ship used to be. A localized bubble of zero dark fabric. Light traveling through that specific patch of space would have no medium to travel through, causing it to bend completely around the zone or drop off entirely, mimicking a microscopic cosmic void. This void would quickly collapse and heal as the surrounding high-pressure grid rushes back in to fill the down-under emptiness left behind. 3. The perspective from inside the slip. From your perspective inside the ship, the universe outside your field would undergo a radical transformation. The moment you achieve slip, the rest of the universe disappears from your view as well. Since you are detached from the standard space field, the light from distant stars can no longer reach the hull. You are now riding inside a completely self-contained, isolated bubble carried exclusively by the external pressure of the macrocosmos. Navigating through this detached void means you are no longer tracking physical landmarks like stars or planets visually. Instead, you are mapping the deep, underlying currents and swells of the external pressure grid itself to know exactly where you will reappear when you drop your energy field below the speed limit threshold. By disappearing entirely, the ship proves it is no longer traveling through space. It has mastered the grid, stepping outside the boundaries of the observable universe to let the cosmic expanse carry it to its destination.